Hello everybody, Alice Motion here, and welcome back to another LEGO Minecraft World Update video. Now, finally, the entire LEGO Minecraft display has been filled out. There's no more empty gaps, everything's filled in, and it's at sort of a stage of completion. I've added quite a few different things to the build since the last update, so without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first thing you can really notice, I have added a bunch of tiny details to the build, adding a bunch of different kind of flower builds, as well as some tall grass, as well as some hay bales in the village. I got some comments saying I should add them. Don't worry, I was gonna add them anyways, but I decided just to add them later on while the build was a little more filled out, just so I can get a better idea of where I wanted to put those builds. Other than that, the village has stayed the same. No kind of structural updates other than adding a few of the flowers and tall grass pieces, but other than that, it has stayed exactly the same, except for right here where the path just goes out a few more bricks, but that doesn't really make a big difference. But over here behind the village, we can see that this used to be blank. In the last video, I said I'd make a lake here, but I have completely run out of tan pieces building the desert, which I'll show you guys in a minute here. But I've run out of all the tan pieces to make the kind of beach area, so I decided, you know what, I'll just make a forest for now. This is temporary. I'm not planning on keeping a flat forest like this forever. I want to have it a mesa or a mountain or something there, but for now I just have a forest of both birch and oak trees. I actually kind of customized the birch trees, made them look a little more realistic and a little better in my opinion. But yeah, like that, a lot better than the official design. But moving on from the forest, we could take a look at the brand new desert biome, which is the biggest part of the update. Last update, it was completely blank here, all the way up to there, but I filled that in with a very nice looking desert build, probably my best desert I've built so far out of LEGO. You can see the river is exactly the same, just continuing through the desert, kind of splitting this kind of hill over here. It continues from the grass over here. I think that blends very nicely and just goes around, looks very, very nice. You also might notice I've added some grass on the riverbanks in the desert, which is what you can actually find in game. I'm using the olive green color, so like the savanna grass color. I think that works really well, adds more detail, and is accurate to what you'd find in game. So I decided, you know what, let's add that detail, make this thing look a lot better. So that's it for the desert, just taking a last little look here. Really like the build here. I think I did a pretty good job. And as you can see, the side is blocked off with tan and continues on over here where I have this section, which was also blank in last video. Now, as you can see here, I have added quite a bit. It is pretty flat for now. I want to make it a little more detailed, a little more bumpy. This section here will definitely have some stuff updated in the future, but this is one of the biggest details here. It's something I wanted to build for a very long time, is this creeper hole. I've been wanting to build a creeper hole in a LEGO Minecraft world for years, and I was finally able to do that with the elevated build. I think this looks pretty good. It's kind of big for a creeper hole, but still works well. And over here, we could take a look at a small player base. I said I'd add this in the last video, so that's what I did. It took me a long time to design this. Came up with multiple designs that ended up failing and I didn't like. But here it is. I have kind of two different levels. One level I'll show you guys in a bit. But on the side here, we can see on the upper level, we have some kind of wood walls there with some logs kind of surrounding them. And then down here, we have some cobblestone mixed with a bunch of other different materials. This doesn't look the most accurate, but I'm happy with how it looks. It's just nicer details. Try not to go 100% accurate with this, as you can see, with this being pushed back by one stud, but I think it just looks a lot better than having it all flush. It would look a lot more plain having it like that. But yeah, this is not the most accurate looking build, but I like it, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Stripes, you broke my Ravager, how dare you! Moving on to the front, you can see a bit of a staircase going up onto a porch, using just some wood slabs going up there and having a nice fence post design, using these kind of bar pieces. I think they work very well to fill in the empty space that you'd see if it was just a normal 1x1. So I think those work pretty well. We have the door in the back there, and to access the interior, we can actually take the entire roof off the build to reveal the nice little interior. The interior doesn't have too much going on, but we do have a bed back here with a flower pot on some end tables, looking very nice. Back here we have a fireplace using the real LEGO Minecraft fire mold. I think that looks pretty good. Over here we have a crafting table and a furnace. And over at the back here we have a ladder going down to the basement level, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. But yeah, roof fits on very nicely. I think it looks pretty good for the interior. The last little detail for the exterior is actually this chimney. I think that looks pretty good. Might want to make it a little bit taller in the future, but that's what I have for that. You can actually remove the base from the whole entire display. Very simply, not held on by any studs. And underneath, you can see a basement build, which is another thing I haven't done before. I've been taking advantage of the elevated builds, and I've just been trying to add as much detail as possible. So here I have this basement build. It is pretty open, not too much detail in there, but we have some logs kind of as support beams on the sides. We have cobblestone walls. We have 2 armor stands, one with an enchanted helmet and one with half diamond armor. On the side over here, we can see a stack of chests. How I'm stacking these is just putting jumper plates on the top of the bottom chest, and then it goes into that very nicely. Works very well. And the last little thing you can do here is take off this little section here, revealing an enchanting room. Looks very nice, have a red carpet down there. The enchantment table build from way back in 2017. Surprised we haven't gotten another one. But yeah, have that covered up with this grass plate here. Then you place this house back on there and it looks like nothing's there. And the last little detail here is a bit of a garden with a bunch of wheat kind of growing there. I decided instead of separating it like what Lego does, I did it completely solid. He used up a lot more pieces, but it looks a lot better in the end, so that's what I did with that. Other than that, I haven't really added a lot of updates. Ravine has stayed the same since the beginning, but I might update that in the future. That's it for now. Let me know what you guys think of the build in the comment section down below. I personally think this might be my best LEGO Minecraft World build I've made so far, so personal opinion, I think this looks the best out of my recent builds dating back to 2016. But that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you guys in another LEGO video. Have a great day.
Oh my gosh, strike.